Morning, everyone. Hope all is well. Just want to go through a few preliminaries this morning. Wanted to just kind of get some things out of the way. Super excited for what I'm about to introduce to you all and talk about. Just wanted to get some things out of the way, like I said before. But today is going to be a great show. Today is going to be a super great show. Actually, we're talking about the health field right now, and so just remember, if you are new to the show, remember you can always join us on YouTube as a member, just to make sure you all get updates and share information what's going on not only in the church but also in the world. So anyways, you all, without further ado,
All right, all right, all right.
hey everyone. So listen, we're back. Wanted to take this opportunity before my guest actually comes on. This is something that should really be talked about. There is a young man, ironically, out of Florida, where I am, and he is 30 years old, an inventor, a telecom company founder, software engineer, and philanthropist, Freddie Figlers. He's the CEO of Figlers Communication, runs the only African American owned wireless telecommunication company in the United States of America. Give me 1 second, put this on silent. They also provide cellular service and manufacture cell phones, accessories, and smart TVs. I should have got my TV from him. Anyways, um, philanthropist and CEO Freddie Figures has spearheaded a campaign to provide critical assistance to thousands of healthcare workers on the front line of the COVID-19 crisis. His Florida based nonprofit, the Figures Foundation, is donating and distributing approximately 700,000 units of personal protection equipment, PPE, to the coronavirus outbreak hotspots around the country. Now, just to kind of give you an update about that, um, he has donated thus far. He has donated thus far about, I think it's 1.7 million um, personal protection equipment for this coronavirus stuff, which I think is very commendable. So, also, these hotspots include hospitals and healthcare workers in New York, Washington State, California, Georgia, Maryland, New Jersey, Florida, Michigan. The donations include some of the critical PPE equipment, such as surgical masks, N95 masks, face shields, and hazardous material protection overalls. The need is great, and the Figures Foundation continues to raise funds to provide critical PPE to keep people on the front line and keep frontline workers. I didn't say that right. Okay. To keep frontline workers safe while they serve others who need your support to continue this effort. People who want to join the fight against COVID-19, you can also donate to Figures Foundation. It's Figgers Foundation, FOUNDAITON.org for healthcare workers and first responders in need of PPE. Please submit your request at thefiguresfoundation.org. Anyways, all right, we got that covered. And again, if you all need any type of assistance, if you all need any masks, here is a great company that is giving them away and that is willing to help people wherever you may be, right? Now, because this is the show, I hope you all are going out wearing your mask. We're going to introduce this great man in a second, but wanted to just show you all that this is for real. So, this is something that the Figures Foundation is advertising. Also, you all can support them at figuresfoundation.org, as we stated earlier. Please make sure you visit their website. Also, first responders, you get a first month free of service of their phone service. That is, but you also, if you're going to do this, you have to present your first responder ID. Like, you know, if you're a healthcare worker or whatever, you have to present your ID when you get ready to do this. This is Freddie here, and amongst the many different packages of the mask that he has been delivering out and so many other products. That's Mr. Figures. Anyways, guys, this is the gentleman of the day. We are so really, I'm just saying, happy that we are so happy that people are out here actually doing something and helping in the community. This is absolutely amazing. And also, if you all are in need of assistance, please remember all of the outlets out there. Remember, the churches are supposed to be available. Also, we are getting ready to introduce the man of the hour, but I hope you all remember what I just said earlier. He's offering phone service to different people. He is also, if you are in need of a mask, there's the website there that you guys can go on and also take a look around to see what else he's offering and to see what else he has done. Anyways, I want to take this opportunity to introduce Mr. Freddie Figures. Hey, sir,
Hello,
how
how
you
you doing?
doing?
Good. Thank you for having me.
All is well. I am sorry that I didn't get a chance to talk with you earlier, but that is okay. I just wanted to also get a chance to explain to the people who you were and what all you've done. I didn't realize that you lived right here in Florida,
Yes.
but because I'm in Tampa, I think you're in Fort Lauderdale, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Well, back and forth to Tampa, we have a warehouse there as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I gave the people a little information about yourself. I think I'm in the middle of the day right now, anyways. And also, we have, I think Tasha's on. Is she on? Yeah, she's on. Let me bring her on as well. Hey Tasha, is she on? Oh, she muted her mic.
Hi, yes, I'm just here to make sure you guys are good to go. Thank you so much for hosting this conversation.
You are welcome. Do you want me to take you off?
Yes, please.
Okay. Okay. So I got a chance to introduce the people to a little bit of your background, as far as you being the first African American black male to have a telecommunication company. Did I say that correct?
Correct.
Okay. What got you interested in giving the mask and everything away? What got you interested in that?
It goes back to human nature to help our fellow people, to help everyone that we can. When I saw this happen over in China, I knew it was only a matter of time before it came here to the United States. So I wanted to step up to the plate and help out our first responders and our frontline workers. I saw how slow the public sector was moving, and we couldn't rely on that. People's lives was at stake. So I made it my initiative to get everything I could. So as of today, we've donated over 700,000 personal protective equipment throughout the country, from New York, New Jersey, Michigan, California, Georgia, and back here at home in Florida. And we're continuing to do that every day. And 700,000 seems like a big number, but it's actually a small fraction
It
of
is.
what we can do. So I'm trying my best right now to top that over 2 million to give to the prison systems here in Florida from the Department of Correction and to other, free clinics, federally qualified health centers to walk in, so for everyone can be equipped with the necessary items they need.
Now, I remember seeing an article where, if I'm correct, I think you had done. Maybe I'm reading the article wrong, but I think you had sent some equipment to New York area. It was like 1 million, something like that.
Uh, no, not that much. We sent out several thousands over to Martin Luther King, but every facility that we've been donating through has been either 5 to 10,000 units.
Okay.
So
So,
trying to scratch it out as much as we can.
right. So I know here in Florida, I just want to get your thoughts about this. They recently opened back up the beaches, and I think the next week there were about 600 cases. What's your thought on just all this that's going on right now?
I think the system is it goes back to something way before our time. This administration cares more about the economical status than the healthcare and the health of people. I mean, without a healthcare system, without people, there is no economy.
Right.
So, they're rushing to open up the economy and to get everything back normal. But again, they're not thinking about, the second wave. I mean, if you look back in the history from 1918 with the Spanish flu, I mean, everything was contained when everyone was doing social distancing and was able to stay away from each other. But, when the city wanted to open back up, that's when everything kind of went haywire. So this second screen that's going to go around, I think, and I'm praying not, but I mean, there's nothing new under the sun. History tends to repeat itself. And I believe that it's gonna get worse. And I mean, we've done social distancing. Now it's time for us to do social tracing, to be able to trace to see where people have been and how many people have they been around to infect this person or that person, for they can see about quarantining themselves. But I mean, social tracing will play a big role in this. But I think rushing too fast to open the economy back up is going to be some problems.
Yeah, I agree with you. I was going over your bio and looking at all the pictures and everything. Like, what I have seen thus far, and I mean, without me trying to throw all the pictures up on the camera and everything like that, you have really went the extra mile to provide to so many people. And honestly, like, I'm not even trying to be funny. I was checking my email a couple weeks ago, and I got an email from Tasha, and I really didn't pay attention, because when you got, like, your email is just like constantly doing this, and I just happened to stop and read. I was like, oh wow. So I read some more. You really have been making your mark in this world in a short amount of time.
Right.
I saw some pictures with Yolanda Adams, Ricky Smiley, and there was some other people. Can you tell us about the telecommunication?
Yes. So Figures Communication is a telecommunications company. We're a public service utility. We provide cellular phone service, mobile broadband, internet access, and international calling. And also, we're the only telecommunications company to manufacture our own devices as well. So we manufacture smartphones, we manufacture earbuds, we manufacture televisions and healthcare devices.
Can y'all do this? Are you better than are you guys going to be better than Apple and all those things?
We're way better. I mean, that's about prestige. We're more about practicality. You look at those devices right there, tell me the difference between that device and the previous device, the previous model. Nothing. It's the same thing. It's the same board. It's the same circuits, everything. Only thing a little bit different is they change the model number. And they don't really care about the end user. They care about return on shareholders investment. With us, we actually care about our products and we want to put them out there. And we still have people that's still using our first generation phone that we developed back in 2014.
So we got to talk about this. I need to know about that.
Yeah.
But I think it's amazing because I'm like, I've seen a lot of people attempt to do a lot of things, but to a man that's 30 years old and owning a telecommunication company worth $62 million, and that's out here giving back to the community, that says a lot, And I mean, I'm still reading up on it, but it's amazing.
Yeah.
Like,
Thank you.
wow, like you don't. That's very admirable and ambitious, and to see where you can go because everybody started from somewhere, and to see where you have the potential to go. I'm just amazed. Like, wow. So when I saw the email, I just was looking like, is he really white? I mean, black. Is he really black? I'm sorry.
Yes.
He's maybe he's Arab or something. I don't know. But what really stood out to me was that even in the midst of your ambition and your goals for your company, you're taking out the time to help people. Because let me tell you something. This little thing I got right here, I had to wait 2 weeks just to get a mask.
And one thing that I hate too, it's ways, it's like for companies and for people, and it's ways for people to make money, but don't take advantage of people.
Right.
Some of these masks cost less than 4 cents to manufacture, and people are selling these masks for $9 and $10.
15.
So that's 15. So that's why back in January I started gathering these products before, I put boots on the ground and started gathering everything before it started become logistic problems and before people started price gouging these necessary items, because some people saw they could inflate the price and make a bunch of money off of it. But that's not my whole concept. Has been always about honesty and integrity, and building an affordable product and building it at the highest quality of standards that it could be. And you don't have to take advantage of anyone. So that was one thing that as well that really bothered me, to see that people was taking these masks and selling them. Every last one that we've donated, and we made sure that it got into the right person's hand that needed it.
Oh, so in the comment. So I agree. Am I hearing feedback? Okay, I think I got it. So I'm looking at a lot, and I hear what you're saying about people having to make money, but it's like everyone's trying to make this money on people that have lost their jobs and go back to work. They have so much pressure on them outside of just a mask, mortgage, rent, food, childcare, schooling, all kinds of things. And it's like you have people out here literally selling these things for $15, $20. I've seen $5, but I've seen $15, $25, $20.
Wow. And that's very, honestly, that's very disheartening. I had 3 cargo jets full of these items coming in, and I've got 3 trucks that's on the road right now, and I've got one that's coming back to Florida this week from making donations. I had them driving, up and down the East Coast, making stops to, all the free walk-in clinics and to a few jails throughout southeast Georgia, and it's just just to see people trying to sell them. Again, you're gonna have that, but it was very disheartening to see.
Now I remember because I'm trying to get the photos. 1 second. There we go, right here. Because I remember seeing those trucks. And how many trucks do you have that are out?
We've got 3 right now. That's out.
3 huge trucks. Let me see if I can
Yes.
pull this up really quick. Wow, this is taking its time. Not only have you filled cargo jets, you filled trucks. If someone is in need of one, are you guys able to send them out?
Of course, we're doing that every day. So, I mean, please visit thefiguresfoundation.org. That's FIGGERS foundation.org and submit a request to the necessary items that you need, and we'll get them to you. We're going to continue to do this until this is over. So this is not a one day, 1 week, 1 month. We're going to continue to do this until COVID-19 is contained and until we got all of our supplies are gone. We don't need them. We didn't buy them to sell them. We didn't buy them to hoard them. We bought them to impact people's lives, to donate to the ones that's in need.
Okay, I was but I will make sure I post the trucks so that the people can see. You don't see a lot of people that's actually taking their time and energy because not only are you running a company, but you're actually trying to get out and help people at the same time. So it's like you're physically running a company and physically trying to make sure that these shipments get out at the same time.
Right.
I think like you don't see a lot of people doing that. But again, if someone is in need of one, are they limited to like how many they can get?
So individuals, we have it at 50, but for facilities, we're trying to we're assessing the situations. It's a case by case. So some facilities is 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, and then other facilities are smaller, 500 to 1,000.
Gotcha. So like now the black boxes, let me see if I can switch screens. You have black boxes filled. No. You have black boxes filled with these masks, and you're constantly shipping these things out.
Right. We delivered so many to UPS to the point where they were just overwhelmed. We had 3 tractor trailers that went there and they said, we can't process all these today. And so they've been trying to process them as they go. Wanted to use the postal service, but logistical errors came about. So we used UPS, and we have our trucks as well.
I'm just showing the people the different shipments. Can you see them?
Yes. And so, yeah, we've got more that's coming in, and we're going to continue to do this until we get COVID under control.
Now, what other news, especially from like I want to say the Black community, what has been the response?
The support has been overwhelming. I mean, like people are just to actually put this in the hand of somebody that's on the front line is just a feeling that you can't explain. I mean, it's just somebody that shows the gratitude of it. So just to be able to support has been just a blessing for me.
Now, what's the response from like some of the people that's working at the hospital?
They're thankful. They're truly thankful. They see our truck pull up, and we deliver as many as they need. And as soon as we pulled up to one of the emergency rooms, we was actually handing out outside, to patients that was walking up. So it's just a blessing to be able to, again, just to be able to help and support.
Now, have you ever got a chance to? It sounds weird. Have you ever got a chance to see some of the patients?
On one occasion, yes, because we've developed a telehealth platform that allows doctors to communicate with patients virtually.
Okay.
So a doctor could still have a virtual encounter with the patient. So, setting up, I did have an opportunity to see one patient.
Okay. Now, just to make sure I heard this correctly, you created some type of communication system for the doctors?
Yeah, so providers, we have what you call a telehealth platform, and that's at Fig Health. That's FIGG.health.
Mhm.
And with this platform, doctors are able to, from a single entry platform, schedule a doctor's an appointment with a patient, so the patient doesn't have to physically come in. So they can do any acute visit or any wellness visit.
Now, what all products have you created for the healthcare system?
Oh gosh, a whole lot of stuff. It'll take me a long time to run down. I've got a cardiovascular system for heart failure patients. I built a smart blood glucometer that impacts diabetes. So when you think about somebody right now with diabetes, that when they check their blood sugar, they have to write it down to keep the results.
Right.
Then they take that in a book and they give that to the doctor. That's antiquated. I mean, somebody could pass away and to go into a diabetic coma is less than 3 minutes.
Right.
So with our blood glucometer, as soon as you check your blood sugar, it instantly shares the results to your cell phone, shares it with your closest relative, shares it with your doctor, and shares it in your EHR. So in your electronic health records. So everyone sees it at once. So you don't have to pick up the phone anymore and say, "Hey, grandma, did you check your blood sugar today? Did you take your medicine?" Nope. Our system automatically verifies it, and it sends you a notification if she did and if she did not, what time she took her medicine, and also with our application, you take a photo of yourself. So you hold the phone, you line the phone up with your face while you're taking the medicine, and it screenshots those activity while you're going. So everyone is in synchronization and see
Wow.
everything at one time.
So I have a better question. Now your ideas are obviously patented, correct?
Right.
So, like, how many people are taking advantage of this right now?
On the healthcare side, we've got a few thousands that are using it. Our telehealth platform that we built so far to today, it's been about 400,000 sessions. So we're continuing to grow as as needed.
Now, how much of an impact has your company impacted the medical field?
Oh, very much so. I mean, my first invention, was everything. My first invention came off from something personal from me because my father started developing dementia, Alzheimer's. So when I was 17 years old, my father used to forget to put on his pants or put on his shirt, and
Okay.
he would just go wandering. And I had to figure out a solution for him. So I built a chipset. I put a circuit board inside of his shoe with a 90 hertz speaker and an ICC ID card. So I could see exactly what my father is. If he's standing up or sitting down, I could say, "Hey, Dad, talking to your shoe." As soon as he say a word, it will pop up on my phone. I used, back then it wasn't Google Maps, so it was a TomTom integration mapping system.
Right.
So it will pop up on my phone, and I can see exactly where he is. That product, after I sold it, that was Life Alert, and that became other remote management platforms for patient tracking. And funny thing is, that's my dad's shoe right there. So, so I always
Is
keep
that the old player shoes?
huh?
Is that the old player shoes?
No, it was a old, I guess, New Balance or Nike, one of them.
Oh, okay, like a dress shoe from here. Okay. So you invented Life Alert.
Right.
Wow. You learn something new every
I built.
day.
To date, I've built over 700 programs. So some of the programs are stuff that we use every day. Again, when you think about these big Fortune 500 companies, they don't have a team that sits down and builds everything themselves. They go out to freelancers and they go out to different engineers, and these engineers will develop the application and actually go back to them, and they white label it and they distribute it. So I built a lot of programs, a lot of different things.
Wow. So this is amazing. Like this is like life alert. Wow. Because a lot of people are using these products and have no idea who's really inventing this stuff.
Right. You have to look at the patents behind it. So a lot of people, I mean, again, it goes back way before our time, back from the 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 1800s. A lot of black inventors have built things that they didn't get credit for. But again, a gift has no strings attached, and we don't look for credit for a lot of things.
Exactly. I'll just sit here like in amazing because I'm like you never think about those things, but when you just to hear you say that, and then I mean once you sell your patent or your product, people can do whatever they choose to do
Yeah,
with it.
you can either sell it or license it for a royalty fee, but it's it's sometimes easier to just uh, again, I was young and dumb with that invention, and that was something near dear to me. So that was my first invention. So you as you live, you learn a little bit more.
So you invented the life alert tracking device, and
The remote, so I invented the remote management system for patient tracking, and that became Life Alert,
okay,
because Life Alert was already an established company,
okay,
but the company itself was they used antiquated technology, and my system became what we know as today.
okay, got you. Now, what just putting it out there so the people will know, like, what other are you very involved with the health field?
Yes, yes.
What other inventions have you created? Just to name a few with the health field.
So some automatic medical dispensers for pharmacies, to make it easier for medication distribution. Some back end technology that powers electronic medical records billing and coding. And right now we're building our own electronic health record system to make it more affordable for providers, and our telehealth platform that we have right now at Big Health.
Because I know I was a personal care personal care nurse for my grandfather and my grandmother. So it was a lot of things like I had to walk around with my phone, clock in, clock out. Um, I had to clock in, do all those things, make sure certain times and all this. Now, is this also going to be a system where, like people who do work in the homes, it'll be an easier system for them to use, or is this a different one?
So the platform that we built for telehealth on the patient side is so easy. Only thing the patient has to do is just pick up their phone, press a button. That's it, and they can see their doctor. They can do by scheduled appointments or unscheduled appointments. Um, for the cardiovascular system that we develop for heart failure patients, that is a system that goes into hospitals, and that's for the trauma center. So those systems are completely different than that's at home. At home would be probably just the remote patient monitoring system if you have a loved one that you want to monitor and manage, and our diabetes management system, our smart glucometer that we have.
Now, with the health field and the cell phone field, can you explain a little bit about the cell phones or the telecommunication side?
Yes, so Figures Communication, we're the only black-owned telecommunications company in America. We're a public service utility.
Mhm.
Not only do we provide cell phone service, but we actually manufacture devices as well. So we manufacture our own smartphones. And this is our newest phone right here, the Figures F3. This phone right here has
If I
multi-user
have to
profile.
come visit the store or something,
Right. So if I ask you this right here, can I borrow your iPhone? What are you going to tell me?
why?
Chances are you're going to say no, because once you type in your password, I can go through your text messages, your pictures, everything. With the Figures F3, I can actually sign out, sign into a guest profile, and I can hand you my phone. So I don't have to worry about any of my personal content, any of my text messages, anything going missing. So you can sign, once you sign out, all of your phone calls will still go to line 1. The Figures F3 is dual SIM capabilities. So when you sign out, you're actually on SIM card 2. So now if you log back into your phone, you'll be able to see all of your missed phone calls, missed text messages, everything. Kind of like if you just set the phone down and, you know, went to the store.
Excuse me, don't look on my
It's a lot. So we have a lot of features and functionalities on this device.
I mean, that sounds better than any phone. Okay, so let me tell you this. So, like back in the day, I think when Apple was really just coming around, they had something similar to that, but it was like really just testy, not iPhone or nothing. But like, do you know how like not only as a safety measure, but man, that'll be helping so many people.
Right. And I mean, right, you know, we get nothing but positive response on this because this is a personal phone and a business phone in once. And also we get some funny jokes as well, like, you know, it's a cheating spouse. You know, you could sign out,
I want to say that, you know.
and it's very, so what we do, you could just sign out and I could sign into a guest profile. And I can hand you my phone.
Separate numbers ring the phone.
Well, when you sign out, you're going to be at SIM card 2. So SIM card 2 is going to be the guest profile. So now you can be able to make phone calls and everything, and you can hand your phone off. Now, if you call me on my primary number, which is SIM card 1, SIM slot 1, the phone is going to ring. Well, on your side, it's going to ring, but on the phone itself, it's not going to ring. No text messages, no anything will appear. So when you get your phone back and you sign back in, you're going to see, wow, I missed a phone call from such and such, or I missed this text message, that text message. I got an email, everything. So there's 2 separate profiles.
Wow.
If you look at it in a concept of a Windows computer, how you could sign out, sign into a guest, or sign into moms, or sign into dads, different profile. The same concept I built into the Figures F3. And all of our phones have that. You know, even from our first phone that we built, which was the Figures F1, I built a mechanism that prevented texting and driving. So as soon as the phone was in motion over 10 miles per hour, it will automatically put the SMS and the data into airplane mode.
Right.
I mean, not just only that, but I mean, safety has always been one of my key initiatives. We built a motorcycle helmet that has a 360-degree helmet, 360-degree camera on the helmet. So a motorcycle rider does not have to look behind them. They have a 5.7-inch screen. They can see everything behind them from this screen right here. It's hands-free. Got Sirius satellite, XM radio, FM radio, AM radio, Bluetooth capabilities, and it's all hands-free. So if you get a phone call, you can answer it by saying answer. You get a text message, you can reply by saying reply.
I'm talking to George Washington Carver right now. Wow. So okay, let's talk technology then.
Yes.
So futuristically, I'm a tech person, and I see things moving forward. If you ever seen the movie Minority Report, iRobot, I see things futuristically moving that way. Are you in the process of? Will there ever be a phone that you can just kind of like move your arm and things kind of pop up in the air or something like this, something that makes it easy without having to carry around so much?
Well, it's a hologram projector. I mean, as technology advances, chipsets are going to get smaller. So it's going to be able to compact the phone more. And that's why you see certain manufacturers are able to slim down, because the board, you can make a board at a 1/4 inch. But I mean, that's something in the future and in the long run. I mean, we've got some inventions down the pipeline right now. If it wasn't for COVID-19, I built a wireless inductive charger that as soon as you get your phone within 5 meters of range, it automatically starts charging. So there's no cords, there's no cables, there's no anything. You leave your phone in your pocket, You leave your phone in your purse or leave it in the car, and your phone's going to automatically start charging. Again, that's wireless inductive, so it's a little bit longer to charge. But again, what happens when you get off of work and you come home, you sit on the couch, you fall asleep, you take a nap, you wake up, your phone is dead. But typically your phone is dead. But with our product, your phone is going to be able to be fully charged. But you know, regulations behind the gamma inductive charging, everything is kind of like slowed down due to COVID-19. So after all this is over, my goal was to have this out by the summer, but we're looking to push back, you know, maybe the fourth quarter of this year.
I'm just in. So how far would I need to be from the phone? I mean, from
Just 5 meters. 5 meters.
Okay, so for the people that are a little illiterate, what is 5 meters?
I mean, within a space of a 1,300 square foot house, it will be able to cover it
So I can just walk in my house and my phone start charging
automatically. The same concept as Wi-Fi. So if you look at your phone, and right now, when you walk in through your door, it's going to automatically connect to Wi-Fi. So that was one of the concepts and based around that we wanted to push out. But again, with the gamma inductive charging, a lot of regulations came into play with it. So hopefully we'll have this out by the end of the year.
You have already got this patent.
We're in the process. We have the patent.
I want to make sure that's said, because I know that you're a very smart man, and that right there will change the game.
Yes, but I mean, we got some bigger things that we're working on. That's more on the healthcare side. That's really going to change. Like our cardiovascular system for health for heart failure patients is a pump that we're looking to really ramp up.
Now I know we're over 30 minutes, but because I don't have a lot of people in my family that deals with heart issues like that. But my grandfather did die from heart failure, and they couldn't bring him back, and so like that's a very sensitive spot for me. But to prevent someone from death, that is absolutely amazing. Like if you don't mind talking about that system just for a little bit, because I think that would be
So it's a stent that removes that goes around the valve of the heart that removes and pumps water from it. So for people with enlarged heart, or that have had heart complications before, it removes the fluids from around it. And then going back to our other healthcare item, the diabetes management system.
Yes.
For that, we're updating that, and we're converting everything over to artificial intelligence to have a community forum where it could give you your expected readings. If grandma can eat this diet for 30 days, this is what we expect her readings to be.
And this individual base.
Right.
Wow.
So it has all the tracking. It does everything as of right now.
I got some people you can test it on. I guess.
All right. We'll ship it to them.
No, I think that is amazing because especially in the Black community, we have a lot of issues, and a lot of people, like me personally, like I'm a health person. I like to eat a certain way, but like for my grandparents and stuff like that, they're used to, the more unhealthier foods.
Right.
And so I'm really trying to get them on something that would be beneficial, and also something that could help track and get them back on where they need to be. Because I know for a lot of elderly patients, it would take a lot to build their system back up. But
Right.
would this be something to help progress them to a place of betterment?
So with our diabetic management platform, it actually manages it for them, and it keeps the family in touch, and it keeps them at a sense of ease. Like if my mother, she needs to check her blood sugar, I don't need to be calling her 5-6 times a day. Say, hey mom, check your blood sugar. What was the results? I mean, as soon as she checks it here, it automatically pops up on my phone, so I know her readings.
Oh
So,
wow! So you get
so
like if she's getting a reading, you get a notification of what's going on with her as well.
right, right. We have facilities as over in Kenya that's using it, and their grandkids are here in America. So it doesn't matter if it's 3 o'clock in the morning, 10,000 miles away. As soon as they check that blood sugar, they get a notification popped up on their phone.
Oh, that's amazing!
But
Wow.
again, everything, all of our products that I've ever built has always been about making it affordable, making it efficient, being able to better something. Not just putting another product on the market just to say, oh, let's sell this, sell that. No, we got to make something that's good, that's has a high quality, and that will be better. Our service has always been able to service the underserved, and that's why I always, I created my foundation, the Figures Foundation, to be able to help and be able to give back, and not necessarily give back, but pay it forward.
With that being said, now your products that you offer, where can they find? I mean, I know you have the website, but like
Right.
with the diabetes monitor and everything and other products, are they able to go on your site or can they find them somewhere else?
So with our diabetes system, they can go to their doctor and say, "Hey, I want a prescription to get the Fig Health glucometer." The doctor will write a prescription, and then it'll be ordered and shipped directly to their door within 24 hours. If they want to go to our website, is at figg.health, and that's on our health site. If you would like to, please support our foundation. I mean, there's so much that we're doing. I've sent over 30 young African American males to college, full ride scholarships. I have a full all girls school in Zambia that we support. We've done things with the American Cancer Society. We've got our own breast cancer patients that we support monthly. So, I mean, I would love for people to get involved at the foundation. On the wireless, you could visit us at figures.com. That's FIGGERS.com. We have smartphones, we have earbuds, we have other consumer electronics such as smart televisions. We got a 4K UHD television that's sharper than any television that's out there on the market.
Wait, I just want to see. Now, Freddie, hold on. Freddie, wait a minute. I just bought a TV. Now, what type of TVs you got? I just need to know what, so I go take this one back. So, like, I want to support.
So our Figures F55 is a smart television. We have a cable platform that we're getting ready to launch as well. So we're going to have a television that's built inside. It's cable that's built inside the television. So as soon as you pop it out and you plug it up, you got access to cable right there and there for $15 a month. But right now, our televisions are available, and we're also running a sale right now for just $250. Smart 4K UHD 55-inch.
Wait a minute.
With the free wall mount.
Freddie. I just bought a 75-inch.
So our television, they mesh together, and we have a program that's called Together We Are Connected. So you can create a 300-inch television. You just combine them all together.
Freddie, wait. You're taking me too fast here. Wait a minute.
We have a lot of products. We have a lot of products, and we offer a lot of service.
So how thin are? I mean, like, you taking me too fast here. Like, how big? I mean, like, how do the TVs connect? Like, because maybe if I want to put some on the wall back here.
Right. So if you have a mesh like a flat wall, and you want to combine, multiple television, an average that I've seen in some houses, people combine maybe 6 together. So you will mount them next to each other, and once they're all connected, a magnifier will come on that says 1, 2, 3, and it'll show all of them, and then they'll mesh together as one. And then you can individually control them as well. So you can, on the remote, you could say TV 3, I want to watch, ESPN, or TV 2, I want to watch the news, but all of them are connected as one.
A 55-inch that will mesh
Together.
You know what I can do with 55-inch all over my wall?
Yeah, you can do it. You can do a lot.
Wow. Okay. So, because I'm just in awe right now. I really did not expect so much to come out of this one guy. Like, you are an inventor. You work in the health field, inventing things for the health, field. You can create electronics, phones, TVs. Wow. And you're
And
you're a philanthropist.
I'll show you this right here. These are F buds. They have auto translation of 90 different languages. So if someone calls you when it's paired to the figures F3, if they call you speaking Spanish or French, it'll automatically convert it over to English.
Wait a minute, what is that? Wait a minute, show that
It's,
again.
it's, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's auto translation. When it's paired to our figures F3 phone only, it would automatically convert over any language in real time to English, depending on what language you have it paired from.
I can't connect to my iPhone.
No, it won't work for your iPhone. I mean, the earbuds will work, but not that feature. I mean, they're fully waterproof over 150 hours, and they're only 29 bucks.
So where did you get your start from? Like who is your like somebody I look up to? Like who? Like where? How'd you get started?
I mean, I go back to it's a long story, but I can go back to my my how it all began. I was abandoned at birth, so I never knew my biological family. My
Right.
my biological mother, she threw me away like day-to-day trash, and I was adopted by two older people that was going into their 70s. So when you think about somebody that's going into their 70s, they're thinking about grandkids and great grandkids. They're not thinking about adopting a newborn baby. So physically, my parents was not able to take me outside and throw footballs or, take me to the park. So my father bought encyclopedias. My mother worked as a sharecropper, and my father worked as a maintenance worker. And my father bought me encyclopedias, but I was always fascinated with technology. So my dad took me to Goodwill, a thrift store, and bought me a 1989 non-working all-in-one Macintosh. And when we took that computer home, the computer would not work. He spent $25 on the computer, and back then, growing up, we
Yeah.
didn't have a lot, so $25 was a lot. So he was kind of upset, and I was like, Dad, don't worry about it. I'm just gonna play with it. And so he had other televisions throughout the house and radios. So I took apart some of his radios and alarm clocks, and I noticed inside the computer, looking at the board by matching from what's on the alarm clock and on the television, that this computer board has now have capacitors that's leaking and that's open. So I had a soldering gun. So I started cutting around the edge of the other parts from the radio and the alarm clocks, and I put inside the computer, and I finally got it to working. Fast forward a little bit, 2003, I had a full-time job at the age of 12 for the city of Quincy. I was a computer technician. I was repairing. My duties and responsibilities were to repair computers for the city government and also repair computers that came in. Fast forward a little bit farther, I was a network administrator. So I created an intranet system. So with the intranet system, um, things that we take for granted today, by pressing a button on your phone and you're able to dial an extension halfway across the country. I built that at the age of 14 for our local government to connect the EMS, the fire department, the police all into one. Now that I've mastered the computer side, the networking side, I want to see how does the network, the hardware and the software peripheral come together. So then I started writing code at the age of 15, and I started developing different software and syncing together and building a back end tele network, such as for large data transmission files, sending out things that was over, back then it was over 3 megs. So we built out and it sent massive files that could be 300 megs or 400 megs at a time from a single application. So I always had a passion with telecommunications and technology, but being at the rural area that I came from in the early 2000s, we still had dial-up internet. So I needed to figure out how can my little city become like a miniature New York? How can we have the same internet access? So then I applied to become a public service utility and kind of went from there.
Okay, so let me ask you that. Goofy. I'm just amazed at all of this, that's rolling out. And I mean, just everything that you're working on currently right now and futuristically, man, like I know for you it's like, okay, I've been doing this a while, like,
No.
but but for me, I see a lot of black people that do things here
Mhm.
and here. But and I hate to compare you, but you're like the black version of Bill Gates, just all of these technology savvy people, but you're actually a part of the workings of the things that's being created to be the stuff that we use.
Right.
So I think that is like, wow. I mean, what brought me to you was 700 units of face masks.
700,000.
700,000, I'm sorry,
Right.
700,000 units of face masks.
Right.
And from 700,000 units of face masks, I find the man who is creating the system that led up to Life Alert, create a man that is got his own cell phone company.
Right. I mean,
Wow.
my thing is, I believe in paying it forward, and
You're from Quincy, Florida.
Quincy, Florida,
And
little
that's
city outside of Tallahassee.
always been central.
You're 4 hours. You're four. You're 4 hours north of you. But I believe in honestly just paying it forward, and just impacting everyone's life. I mean, what shall a man profit if he gains the whole world but loses his soul? I mean, you look at the people that came before us that that made an enormous amount of wealth, but what did they do to support the next generation that's coming behind them? My foundation focus on African American males that are at risk. I mean, we've given full ride scholarships to over 30, and some of them, only thing they wanted to do was not die by a bullet at the age of 18. But now they completed college and they've got their own families, and that's what makes me sleep well at night, knowing that I could impact somebody's life and change it for the better. And so I'm gonna continue to do that. I mean, when you look at these, again, we don't have 350 million subscribers like some of the big companies, but when you look at what they're doing, they're not doing anything for our community. I mean, 20% of all of our gross revenue goes to support the foundation. So
So I may be down there to Fort Lauderdale to see this
come
whole
on,
work.
come on. We got a massive operation, and we're building a 40,000 square foot facility south of you, in Palmetto, Florida.
That's like not too far.
Yep, about 13 miles. Well, a little bit farther than that, but about 20, 17.
Yeah, because I know where that's like right. Isn't that by the Sun Center Bridge? The Sky
It's
Bridge?
after that. It's after that.
Oh, is that okay. But man, wow. So, like, what do you plan on doing? Let's say in the next 5 years, God willing.
Um,
I'm saying for like the telemarketing company. Like, what do you plan on doing?
telecommunications. We're creating a couple. So marketing and actually managing our inductive charger and creating a newer phone that's more affordable. When you think about some of the phones that's out there on the market right now, you spend $1,000 on a phone, but what do you get? You get nothing. You get a little cardboard box. With our phones, everything. Sorry about that. everything is premium luxury. As soon as you open our box. I have a wonderful electronic invention I want you to see. So we have, I mean, so just mastering the technology and just creating more advanced devices for an affordable price.
So okay, okay. Let's say I come down there and buy a phone from you. What all am I getting? Not just with the phone, but what? Because like when I get my iPhone box, I hate to do this. When I get my iPhone box, I get some earbuds, a little piece of instruction, and that's about it. Oh, a charger cord.
So yeah, with our phone, the Figures F3 Ultimate package, you get the Figures F3 smartphone. You get your even on all our packages. You get the F Buds absolutely free. That's included. You get a wireless AI speaker that allows you to communicate with. So I can say, "Hey, Figures, order me a pizza." You know, it's got AI technology, and there's also a wireless charger, and it's a speaker. So you can throw it in the pool, have fun on the beach.
Well,
You
you
got
can throw the speaker in the pool.
yes, and you get a universal charging adapter, and you I'm and a car charger, 48 watts.
So all of this now there has to be a separate site for the telecommunication side.
Yep, it's that website is figures.com. That's FIGGERS.com. And we're running a sale right now. And you can get all of that for less than $400. And we do offer financing.
So, you need to, I think at this point, once the world, more of the world, I'll say that once more of the world hears about that, I think that's going to be fun. Because, like, man, I know I didn't spend about over, I can't even get it out right now, but I didn't spend $1,000 some on this phone.
Right. It would take, and you know, the thing about it is, what does that phone does different than anything else? Than the previous model? Absolutely nothing.
It's just expensive because it's Apple. And I mean, it got 3 new cameras.
It's all about psychological marketing. It's about prestige. It's not about practicality. You know, it's about return on shareholders' investment. They all they want to do is crunch the numbers. They want to see, okay, this is what we made. This is our return. Our products are made to last, and they're great.
Now, what about the quality? What about the quality? Because I know, I'm a person. A video quality. I do things in was it 1080p, 4K. I do a lot of my videography work and pictures and stuff in 4K, 300 DPI, all that stuff like that. See, folks on, I'm a graphic designer, so I know all in bloggers. So what is that? What does the phone offer? Because
it offers everything. It offers all of that. 16 megapixel camera, 30 frames per second. So I mean, it offers all of that.
4K.
Yes, sir.
What's the next thing after 4K?
Cable operators don't even have 4K. Some cable operators don't even have 4K available on their network. So, you got 5K and you got 6K, but it's not, you got an 8K, but the resolution is just not there. The operator they don't have it on their side. So even if you have the hardware that can handle it, it's not available yet.
So that's more of a system that's more like 3D almost.
Right. I mean, a little bit, not really 3D, but a little bit more just higher resolution, just more pixels.
Right. Almost like you're actually right there. Like.
Right. But with Apple, I mean, those type of companies, you're just
paying for a name.
Exactly. Everyone wants, if you think about it, everyone wants to drive an exotic car, but they're not thinking about the maintenance. Mm-hmm. But a Toyota is more practical.
Has all the functionalities.
Everything. Get your point A to point B.
So this has been a very interesting conversation about all the things that you have done. And it all started because of your generosity to the people that are on the front lines. Just in about 2 or 3 minutes, what do you want people to know out of everything that you just said What do you want people to know about Freddie Figures?
It's so much. People think that it's so much to learn about me, but I'm very a, a basic human being. I just want to make the world a better place than when I found it. I want to impact people's lives and be able to give opportunities to people that need it, and people that are gonna pay it forward to someone else. If someone has a chance, just remember, 10, 20 years from now, you give somebody else a chance.
Right.
So that's honestly all I want people to know is just pay it forward. And please go to our websites, go to figures.com, figgers.com, go to look at Fig Health, figg.health, and go support our foundation at figuresfoundation.org. And you can follow us on social media as well. Social media, Figures, FIGG.
You're on Facebook. You're actually on Facebook. Your company, the Figures Foundation, is on Facebook as well. Are there any other social sites that you're on?
Instagram, Twitter. So on our Instagram page, you'll see all of our other pages. So it's Figures, FIGGERS.
Okay.
So you'll see Figures Wireless Health, and you'll see the foundation.
So we'll connect, because this is really interesting to me, and amazing at the same time. You never know who is out there and who's really passionate about what they do and really impacting the world. I want to say thank you so much, Freddie, for taking the opportunity to do this interview with me today. Conversation today.
Thank you.
I'm quite sure there's going to be so many other things that I want to know about what you're getting ready to do, but we ain't got enough time today. So
definitely, we gotta have a part two, because there's a lot of innovative things that we're working on, and so a lot of futuristic, cool things, such as the artificial intelligence technology that we're putting together. So
I want to ask you about that. But I'm gonna say that.
Yeah, we'll say that for next time.
Oh, maybe I'll call you on the phone. I'm gonna talk to Tasha and get to you. But
right.
This is so amazing. And I just want to say thank you to Tasha. Thank you so much for even opening this door. And Freddie, again, thank you so much. And I look forward to talking to you so soon. Okay.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right, everyone. Listen, I just want to say thank you all so much for being on. Thank you all for just the opportunity to listen and for this wonderful man to share stuff that I didn't even know. And I think this is absolutely, I think this is absolutely amazing. I want you all to actually take the opportunity to go to his website. Let me see if I can pull this up again. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do this for you. I got one even better. Let's stop this. I want to show you guys something, because this is amazing to me. Let me do this. Yep, there we go. I want to share this with you all, so you all should actually hear the sound to this. So, in a second. So I'm just sitting here stunned. I'm just let you know right now. I'm just stunned. So this is amazing. This is the young. I didn't know I was interviewing this person. This is actually just wow. So, anyways, hopefully you guys have been impressed. The website is Figures. What was it? Let me get the website for you. Hold on one second. Figures.com. FIGGERS.com. Go to the website and you guys will be able to, you can see the phone system. You could see, there is also the healthcare of figuresfoundation.org, FIGGERS Foundation, FOUNDATION.org. Go there and you can be able to see all of the healthcare information and things of that nature. I hope you guys have enjoyed this evening's show. And like always, you play that. Okay. Thank you all. You said you all are beyond impressed. Remember that you all could join us here on YouTube and also on Facebook. Remember that we are actually we're excited about what's going on and the growth. Okay. And also, I'll talk to you guys later. Okay.
All right. All right. All right.
Talk to you soon.